Hello everybody, today I have a video on tips and tricks, so stay tuned to hear everything. But the first thing I want to point out before I get into this is I've seen plenty of videos about this. It's not really an uncommon topic on YouTube. And it really frustrates me to see these type of tip videos on YouTube because people are posting them, they get like hella views, and the first thing I see is fast or quickly. You do not improve in Rainbow Six Siege quickly, guys. That's not true. You can change your sensitivity, I guess, and your, ADS, but that doesn't just make you better. You don't just go from silver to plat in a day from changing that. It makes it a little bit more comfortable, but I am telling you, the way to get better at Rainbow is patience and time. If you don't have those two things, then click off the video right now, because my tips will not help you. So let's get in with tip number 1. So for the first tip I got for you guys is aim. I know people are probably going to debate on this because terrorist hunt is highly looked down on for, warming up in Siege, because it doesn't work on team chemistry, it doesn't work on anything, because, you're just playing by yourself, and all you're doing is shooting bots. I think T-Hunt is very fucking good, because we're talking about aim here. We're not talking about nothing else right now. We're talking about aim. Don't get ahead of yourself. So, I play T-Hunt all the time. I play T-Hunt more than I play fucking ranked. And that might be weird to you guys, but I do. I play T-Hunt so much. I play tops 40 to 60 T-Hunts a day. And it's very fucking enjoyable, to be honest. I'm sure most of you guys highly dislike it because it's boring and it's just the same repetitive shit. But if you want to get better, I suggest this highly. I mean, you could just listen to music or talk to your friends in a party. Get on your phone every once in a while. There's a lot of stuff you could do to, make it more enjoyable. So I highly recommend doing that. I listen to music when I play and talk to people and get on my phone. I do all fucking three. So, yeah, do that. Because I don't get tired of it. I try to think of T-Hunt as, it's productive, and in the long run, it's going to be way more useful. It's going to pay off a lot more than if I didn't do it, because, you're working on your aim constantly. Just in general, this is like the most important tip I have for you guys, because if you really want to just, improve, invest a lot of time in T-Hunt. I can't say this enough. Invest a lot of time in it. I am telling you, just go on house, go to your matchmaking preferences, turn on Terrorist Hunt Classic, turn off every map but house, and after you change the settings, grind it and grind it. I'm telling you, it will pay off in the end. I am promising you that. But, everyone learns differently. People learn faster, people learn slower. I can't really tell you how long it'll take you to, improve drastically, but it took me a really long time to get my aim on point in this game, It took me quite a long time. I mean, everyone's different. It might not take you too long, but it might actually take you a while. So we're going to get on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is positioning. Honestly, this is the most complex topic and the most difficult to explain out of all the tips because a lot goes into play. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is predicting positions. So I mean, yeah, your positioning matters, but also the enemy's does. If you can predict where an enemy is going to be located, or even know where they're going to be located by, cams or teammates even. So, like, the thing is, if you know where they are, try to position yourself in a spot that's unpredictable. And by unpredictable, I do not mean just sit in the corner and wait for them to come to you. I mean, use their position to your advantage. If you have intel on where they are, use that to get your kills. And try to think of it as, like, where would you want to be whenever someone's pushing you? That's what I try to do. I try to position myself which would be the best spot for them where they're pushing from. And I'm aggressive, so I do peek a lot. I play wide angles. I peek so much. You'll see me in my clip videos and highlight videos how fast I move and how fast I play. But besides being very aggressive, you just have to realize when not to push and when not to play very aggressive. Just play passive sometimes. That falls in the line with, just game knowledge, like if you've played for a really long time, you start to understand that certain times you shouldn't just fucking go guns blazing like Rambo. You should sit back and chill for a second. But you also need to play very unpredictable. Like I said, if you play unpredictable, you will probably pick off more kills than not. You play very unpredictable, they're not going to expect you to sit there, they're not going to expect you to be there, they're not going to expect you to even peek them sometimes. Some spawn peeks are unpredictable now because they've been used so much in the past. I mean, I still die to spawn peeks that have been used because no one really spawn peeks there anymore. And, some random person will actually finally do it. And it's a high risk factor, but it works because it's unpredictable. Things might seem like very risky, but they are very unpredictable. So if that works, do it. Also, learning how to attack or defend an objective can change your positioning a lot. Playing vertical means you go above the objective, knock out this floor, and you peek through the ceiling, and you can get angles on a defender if they're on cams or they're sitting still. That's very useful, and it makes them move mostly. It makes them move out of their position. Like if you realize the defender is anchoring and holding a specific area behind a printer or behind a bomb, and you knock out the ceiling, they're not going to want to sit under the fucking open floor anymore. So your positioning falls into line with game knowledge, map knowledge, and knowing how to attack or defend an objective. Play unpredictable, play passive aggressive, and I promise your positioning will increase drastically. Honestly, tip number 3 is pretty much common sense because, this will improve your rank, it'll improve the outcome of your matches, just in general, everything that goes on in ranked. So, there's 2 parts of it. You need to start working on finding a team that you're comfortable with and that you play good with and play together a lot. If you guys play together mostly just, you and 4 other people, or, I guess it's okay to have more people than just 4 that you play with, but you want to find like a main team, a main squad. And once you find the main team that you play with a lot, right, you guys want to play quite often together, build chemistry together, and you need to have comms. You need to have a good headset. To play Siege, I don't know if you really need sound, right? You don't really need sound. But sound is very, very important in this game. If you're wanting to become better at Siege and you don't have a decent headset, not even decent, if you don't have a really good headset, then your best advantage is to definitely get your hands on one, because, you could just ask for it for Christmas, or, if you have money, buy one. It's pretty much common sense to get one to play a game like this, but some people still don't. Just having the advantage of being able to hear someone before they come to you is very good, because if they have a headset and they hear you, most likely you're not going to kill them. Just saying. So, headset, yeah, check that off the list. Definitely get one. And Christmas is right around the corner too, so if you don't have a headset or don't have the money for a headset, you can always ask for that for Christmas. It's right around the corner at the time I'm dropping the video. So, to sum that up, get a team. If you don't already have one, make sure you practice with that team a lot. It could be unranked, but I recommend just playing a lot of ranked. I guess you could hop on a Smurf account and just work on building chemistry with that team. And once you work on that team, you'll eventually start to do a lot better. You'll start to, know how to control situations and hold down stuff a lot better with that team. And make sure to get your hands on a headset that has surround sound. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. So on to tip number 4. This isn't required, but I actually think it will help you a lot if you're playing on low sensitivities. If you've ever had situations where you get in a gunfight and you can't react fast enough, then I highly suggest upping your sensitivity. If you follow the first tip I gave, the aim tip, where you go into terrorist hunt, and you practice a lot, a lot, not just practice 1 T-hunt a day, not just 2 T-hunts, 3 T-hunts, 4 T-hunts, play a lot of terrorist hunt. If you're that motivated to get better at Siege, and even to search up how to get better, you better be ready. So, up your sensitivity. It doesn't have to be all at once. You don't have to go straight to 80 or straight to 100. Just, up it slowly, and find out what's very comfortable. But the faster your sensitivity is, the better you're going to be able to react, It's just common sense. So, if you're on 20 sensitivity, 40 sensitivity, I highly recommend going up to 60, getting good with it, and going up to 80. And if you don't, get improvements with that, then you can go back down. But getting to your highest sensitivity that you're comfortable with is probably a very good choice. So I suggest doing that as well. And that goes for PC players as well. You can up your DPI or even your in-game sensitivity. And eventually, it'll pay off if you, get comfortable with a higher sensitivity. Your reaction time will improve. And I'll show you guys my settings, but I don't recommend just copying me. You can try it out and just see how you feel. But I don't recommend just copying me off of my, sensitivities. Trying to be someone or trying to be like someone will not be better than that person. So if you're trying to become way better at Siege, I suggest you try to find something that suits yourself. But I'm still going to show you them to give you guys an idea of what a champion that played for 4 years, what their sensitivities might look like if they're on controller. So as you can see, I have a 25 vertical, 100 horizontal, and my dead zones are default. Controller rotation is classic still. I never changed that. My ADS is 40, my gadget and drone deployment is advanced. So there you go. The last tip isn't even a tip. It's just a fix to a lot of common mistakes I've seen. First one, prop your drones up. I'm tired of seeing people rush their drone in sight in the prep phase. Whole team's drones are gone. The first beginning rounds, all operators have been spotted, and you lose all your drones. You have one drone per person now, and all it takes is one person to shoot it. Well, Position your drones in locations like cameras. Put your drones on top of a bookshelf, put your drones inside of a, on a vase or just somewhere, and cover rotations, cover popular roaming areas that defenders would stay near, like a garage or, a staircase. Because a lot of times, Cavs won't get banned and, someone will flank or Vigil will flank. If you have that intel, your teammates will be way more confident and they won't have to be pressured to watch a certain area. As long as if you're dead and you can just watch the cam, that relieves them a lot, I promise. Also, another thing to stop doing. Stop shooting down doors. I'm telling you, if you shoot down a door and run out of ammo, someone's going to peek you, especially if it's a sight door. If it's a door that is connected to the objective, or a window that's connected to the objective, I don't recommend just shooting it down. Because when you reload, an aggressive player, a high-level player will most likely peek you. People listen for guns and listen for the amount of ammo you have. Like, people just predict, oh, he's out of ammo, I'm going to push him. I recommend breaking the barricade down slowly, or droning it at least, before shooting it down. Another thing. Everyone wants to run barbed wire. Don't just run barbed wire. Deployable shields are very, very, very important. It might sound weird to hear this because not many people run deployable shields, and they're actually underrated. Deployable shields, you have to vault over them on attack. If you have to vault over a shield to get into a site to plant, you're vulnerable. You're very vulnerable. And also they have to waste utility on the shield. They'll have to use a grenade or a breaching object, something to get rid of the shield if they don't want it there. I'm not saying use Goyo. Goyo is not a good character. I'm just saying use more deployable shields. Barbed wire is important, but deployable shields are very good as well. Also, make your rotates a lot different. Stop putting your rotations at floor level. Put them to where you have to vault through them so Twitch drones cannot get through. It also makes it a lot more harder for an attacker to rotate through bomb sites. Well guys, I'm going to wrap this video up now. I hope this helped you out at least a little bit. And for some of you who are new to Siege, it should help out a lot. Make sure to comment if you thought differently on anything I did, or you want to give me recommendations. But yeah guys, make sure to subscribe and like also. And I'm going to let this last little clip play out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
One's on the window, one's over here.
That's about insight.
What's so tough?
Oh my god, what the hell? Right.
Did he just go in the office?
Yeah. Oh my god, he's in! He's dead. That's her.
She's workshop.
Hold on. Bro.
So I will not go, turn the lights off, watch on my